Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How are you all doing? I'm hoping my Wi Fi stays stable because nowadays that Wi Fi is starting to get on my nerves. My Wi Fi connection is starting to get on my nerves. So I'm hoping it stays stable till I finish this live stream. And if it cuts out at some point, well, guys, you're going to have to pardon me. Okay, so I'm just going to get started and hopefully others will join us. I was actually going to do this as a sit down video, but I thought, let me just get it done and out of the way. Because when I see stuff like this, I prefer getting it done and out of the way rather than waiting till later. So I'm just going to wait for another maybe 30 seconds so that just to give other people the chance to join us before I get started. And yeah, so how has your day been? My day has been maybe I've been chilling chillaxing if that's the word. And I've been, I got tired at some point of staying at home and just had to go do a window shopping. So yeah, I think I've got a few people watching me now. Please like and share as they come in. And if you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. Hello everybody, welcome, 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 welcome. Let me quickly put the image of the thumbnail I have. Let me quickly put it on the screen so you guys know why I am here. I'm going to put that image on the screen, waiting for it to load. It says there was an issue with my file. I don't know, but let's try again. Okay, so there it is. So I was just on Instagram about 2 hours ago. I saw a post. Actually, it was a video that was being reported on a certain. I've never come across that lady's channel before. I mean, I've never come across that person's Instagram page before. So I was quite touched, listening to the story and watching it. And then obviously when you see stories like that, people will be like, oh, you jump into the comment section to know what was going on, which I did. So I went into the comment section and hello Idara, welcome my brother sis. How are you? Thank you so much for confirming that for me. Thank you so much. So I went into the comment section and most of the comments were actually hello my beautiful sister Vivian V. Good evening. How are you? I guess I should pause a little bit for others to join us. Let me pause for others to join us. And while I pause, let me grab myself a bottle of water actually. Pardon me guys, I need to grab myself a bottle of water. I need to stop the habit of eating and not drinking water afterwards. Even though I've got bottles of water sitting beside me, I need to stop the habit of of eating and not drinking water. So, see, 2 half-drunk bottles of water. And yes, it has to be sparkling water. Okay, so I think we should get started. So, just like I was saying, I was on Instagram this afternoon about 2 o'clock, 2-ish, 3 o'clock ish. I saw a video and it was being reported that a certain Nigerian family who are living in Ontario, Canada, they've been asked to leave. And despite the fact that they have a child who has some sort of terminal illness, and even despite the fact that this family member who happens to be a child, either a young adult or a teenager, despite the fact that this child has a terminal illness, that their family have been asked to leave, but the sick child will be staying in Canada. So in my head, I was like, okay, if she's a teenager, I'm not quite sure what the age of the child is. If she's a teenager or a young adult, at least one adult has to stay behind with this child. Like I said, I'm not sure of the age of the child. So they've been asked to leave at some point. They claimed asylum. And when I watched that video, I felt a wee bit of empathy for them. But at the same time, we all know the basis at which you can claim asylum. I'm not really sure on the basis of claiming asylum in Canada. So if there's anybody who is based in Canada who has the knowledge of that, please let us know in the comment section. If you're watching this live stream back, if you had a chance, please let us know. So obviously they claim I'm going to put the video here so you guys can watch it. Okay. So apparently they did all of that and the asylum failed and they've been asked to leave. So now the video is out there. A lot of people were empathetic towards them. At the same time, some people were blaming Nigerian content creators, that Nigerian content creators are the ones because we can't stop that every little thing we don't set ring light. Any little thing, Nigerian content creators in diaspora, they are setting ring light talking about everything. No, if they're not telling you how to apply for visa, they're telling you how to do this, they're telling you how to do that. That Nigerian content creators in diaspora are the one who open, like who gave out everything to the authorities, who have now made things very, very difficult. So like I said, a few people were empathetic towards the family, and some people were still rightly saying in the comment there that, oh, you guys know that that story that you went to use for asylum, you know, they work again. So I'm going to pop the videos here so you guys could watch. Okay. Hello my sister Onyade, long time no see, how are you? Onyade said Ivianvi said, oh, hey, yeah, the parents have to stay with the child now. Well, like I said, I'm not sure of the age of the child, but hopefully, maybe once we watch the video, we might be able to tell the age of the child. When I just said they are lucky they are letting her stay. I have empathy for them too, but obviously our story didn't gel. You know what? I have to respect myself and not drop comment there because Instagram. Some people they are just there to come and massacre you with abuse. I did not comment. I just watched the video and I'm like, I'm going to bring the video here as to listen to the video. Who should we blame? Is it the Nigerian content creators, the family themselves, or it's just their luck? Okay. So Onyade said Canada, like most Western nations, will not grant an immigration benefit based on a lie. Hello, Gen Z presidents. How are you? I've actually been meaning to comment on this profile picture, but we'll be talking about it. It's a beautiful one though, but we'll be talking about it behind cameras. How are you, beautiful sis? How have you been? So let me pop the video here so we watch together and leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section as always, okay? Because they say that it is because they said it is Nigerian content creators that are to be blamed because they are always setting ring lights. We are always talking cho 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 cho. So let's watch the video. So it says here that Niger family in Ontario has to leave Canada amid their daughter's medical challenge. So I want to try and figure out what health issues the child has. Let me quickly check the posts to see the challenge of what health condition the child has. Right, okay, let me quickly go to Instagram. Please like the live stream as a comment. Let me quickly find the post again so I can read the health challenge of the child. 1 second, bear with me, guys. So I think the daughter has acute myeloid leukemia. That's so obviously disease of the blood. That's what the child has. So let's listen to the video now. So
this is a day this Ontario family says is the worst day of their lives.
I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
Through tears and heartbreak, trying to find the strength to pack up everything they own because this day is their last in Canada. They're set to be deported Sunday.
I never, ever dream.
So I don't know how latest this video is. So if they were to be deported on Sunday, if we are basing it on current time, that would have been yesterday. Okay, and I think the name of the woman speaking now is there. She's called Taiwo Fayemi. That's a woman that we guys saw, but let's keep listening.
Canada. They're set to be deported Sunday.
I never, ever dream this can come.
Taiwo Fayemi and her 9 children, 6 biological and 3 stepchildren, are from Nigeria, a country plagued by violence. They crossed the border from the U.S. to Canada 3 years ago, seeking asylum.
So from the story that I've saw about these people, it claimed that, from the story, and I think the story that this newscaster is giving us is that they crossed the border from somewhere into Canada. But along the line, there was another narrative that when they were claiming asylum, that they were already visiting in the US. So the story is not that straightforward. Let's listen, okay?
after she says her husband was kidnapped, targeted because he's a politician for the country's opposition party.
Luckily, he managed to escape later, but because of the situation, the family who was vacationing in the United States in that.
We hear because of the location, so they already left. So the woman with her own 6 children and 3 stepchildren, family of 10, already left Nigeria, vacationing. You could hear from this lady here, vacationing in the US at a time when her husband, who is a party leader of the opposition party, was kidnapped and attacked because he's a politician in Nigeria. So that's the story there. So they were vacationing in the US. If you remember from the beginning, the reporter said that they crossed the border from the US to Canada. So I believe they entered US with a legit US visa, that they were on holiday, vacationing. According to this lady, they were vacationing. The first reporter said they crossed the border from the US into Canada. So how did they enter from the US to Canada? I don't know. But the basis of their claim was that they were already vacationing in the US when they heard that their husband, the man, Fayemi, if that's the correct name, is a party leader of the opposition party, and because the politician was targeted, blah 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 blah. So I believe that is the basis of the asylum claim in Canada. So let's keep listening. Let me quickly read this comment. Abby is saying hello to everybody. Onyade said, if they cannot validate your asylum claim, you gotta go. It's the same everywhere, okay? And this asylum claim that people are claiming abroad, like I've always said here, that they have every in total information about the country you are from. So if the information you are giving them about the country does not align with what they hold about that country, your success rate in that asylum claim is going to be very, very difficult, except you have substantial evidence to show that what you are saying is solid. In most cases, they don't always go searching, because they will just compare the information you've given them with the information they hold based on that country you said you're from. So me, I'm not teaching you how to claim asylum. I am not. We are just talking in regards to this narrative, okay? So Oyade said it's very unfortunate, but the laws are written in such a certain way that even the sickness of the child will not deter them. Quite sad. Exactly, you're quite right. Vivian said, please, the Canadian government should have mercy. Their child needs them now. That's not going to work. Hello, Biba, my baby sister. How are you? And I just said that's why I said exactly. So when I heard the story, I was like, this story, even me that I'm in the UK, and I know the different bases that you can use to claim asylum. If you enter UK with that kind of story, they will throw you back. In fact, they will not. They will take you straight to detention center. Straight. They will take you straight to detention center, because there's a way they can fact check whatever you are telling them straight away. But yeah. So yeah, they said from B1, B2 to asylum. It's just like Nigerian coming into the UK as a, and then because you start to struggle, you now go to claim asylum. That's exactly how the story looks like. Hello, Sister Lola. Welcome. How are you? I see you all. Welcome. Hello, my beautiful honey babe. All of my real fam, M5 fam. I see you all. You are welcome. But let's keep listening, okay?
Time could not ever go back to their home.
Taiwo began her career in Canada as a personal support worker. Her kids started building their lives here in
She's even lucky that she was even allowed to work. In the UK, if you claim asylum, if you like have 20 children, you will not be allowed to work. Let them know that. Let your qualification that you have, let it be known that yes, it is a hot certificate. You will not be allowed to work. You will not be allowed to work. But she's quite lucky that she was allowed to work.
Fort Erie, Ontario. In that time, they say Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada rejected their refugee claim, stating there wasn't enough evidence to support they would be in danger back home. The family.
So they said they refused their asylum claim because there's not enough evidence to support their asylum claim that they will be in danger back home in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong, guys. Nigeria is not what we want it to be. But in most cases, Nigeria is not other countries where politics is crazy, that if you walk out now, they'll go and pow you. We all know that. So I agree with the way you said the story did not gel. When I saw the story earlier on, I was like, this asylum story it's not going to work, that there's no way they're going to be successful. Rather than going in the direction of claiming asylum, they could go in the direction of the child who has disease of the blood, who has leukemia. They could go in that direction, that, you know what, medical health, stuff like that, we don't have it in Nigeria, and stuff like that. That is the reason why they would rather their child remains here. They could go in that direction. But using the political claim that the husband is a political leader of an opposition party, and in the comment section on social media, on Instagram, people are like, oh, what is the name of the party? What's the name of the party? Blah 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 blah. That Peter Obi is still working free now. Why have they not done to Peter Obi? That all of this with Gbadebo robes, all of these people are still working about them. Nothing's happening to them. So such story, political story. Yes, we have political unrest in Nigeria. We have a lot of this going on in Nigeria, but hardly would you, as a Nigerian, come abroad and be successful in your asylum claim. If you're going in the direction of politics, yes, in the UK, you can claim asylum based on your political beliefs. That is, you are in danger and all of that. And that is if they're able to confirm your claim with no evidence, that's strong, well. If they are not able to confirm any evidence of what you're claiming asylum for, they will waste your time and eventually they will send you back. So when I heard the story of these people, I knew straight away that their story was not going to work. I knew, because look at Nigeria. Come, we are Nigerians. I'm being sympathetic towards this family. I'm being empathetic towards them. But in the other hand, we all know. And yes, in the comment section, majority of the people there were blaming Nigerian content creators because we like to set camera. But let's keep listening. I'll read through your comments.
Says they've applied to stay on humanitarian grounds, but are still being deported before their application is heard. Part of the family's claim is that one of the stepdaughters is battling leukemia in a hospital.
So looking at the image of that girl, she's probably a young teenager. I think maybe below 18 or 18. She seems quite young. So I would imagine she would need an adult to stay with her. Like, if I'm the parent, there's no way I'm going to want to leave my child behind. But what do I know?
Hospital in Windsor, Ontario, and needs her family's help.
One of us has to stay, but they're not letting anybody stay to be able to donate their bone marrow for her.
IRCC has not responded.
So according to that lady there, she said they are not allowing any other family member stay with this girl. I don't think it would be right if all family is sent back and this girl remains alone in Canada. I don't think it's right, especially if she's an underage, if she's a young adult. She will require at least one family member to stay with her. And who that family member will be, it's going to be difficult because even the Canadian government will be thinking, okay, this woman that has 9 children, 6 of her own biological children, if they allow the mother stay, automatically they will have to allow the other children stay. And which is a very, very expensive asylum claim on the Canadian government. I'm sure you guys will agree with me. It's a very, very expensive one. So now they are not allowing anybody stay. And from the lady there, you heard that they're not allowing anybody to stay that will be able to donate bone marrow and stuff to her. I don't know for how long. I don't know for how long they've been in Canada for. Some people are saying they've been in Canada for 3 years or something. But then, why has it taken so long for donation of bone marrow? Why has it taken that long? I mean, did they just diagnose the girl? I'm just thinking in my head, but yeah, that's the situation of this family.
To CTV News for comment. For this family, though, any response might be too little too late. Already saying goodbye to their friends that became like family, not knowing what life-threatening dangers they could face.
Everything bad. I feel so terrified.
When they have to fly back home and leave their new Canadian community behind. Kamal Karamali, CTV Fort Erie.
So you guys heard there. That is the case of this family now. So from the beginning, the newscaster said they were on holiday vacationing in the US. And when they heard, obviously, as they were vacationing in the US, whatever it is was happening to their father being a politician in Nigeria. And then they went via the border, just like Oyade said. There was Oyade that said that there's a border. Like Biba said, there's a border between Canada and USA where people just walk across. People take a bus there and immediately seek asylum. I've heard of such stories as well. So I assume that was what this family did. So upon obviously when they entered and they realized how things are, they decided to use the story of their father or husband being a political leader, that is no, it was kidnapped, it was targeted, blah 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 blah, and that it's not safe for them to go back because of what the man has experienced in Nigeria. So that is the basis of the asylum. So according to other further updates from the Instagram page where I saw this story from, let me see if I can share my screen with you guys. So we'll work directly from Instagram, because I want to be able to get this story right so that I'm not saying things off my head. Okay. So, okay, this is a post from where I saw it. It says September 12th, 2025. One of our daughters, Amirat, was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in 2022. So I think they've been in Canada since that time and remains in and out of hospital care. The family's application for refugee status was denied because Taiwo says CBSA officers told her that she did not provide enough evidence that her family would be in danger returning to Nigeria. So that's one of the things. That's one of the things. If anything you are providing as evidence, if it's not genuine enough, if it is not strong enough or more, that that claim is not going to work. And when I listened to their story, I could tell straight away that nah, that application was not strong enough. It was not strong enough. So it says here that in court they said they are not convinced because of the evidence we showed. We were not home when everything happened, so we don't have the chance to have evidence, said Taiwo, claiming that there are ongoing violent acts and threats against our family in Nigeria. So now, from what she said, me sitting down here, I've never heard the name of her family. And in any Nigerian news today, I don't think there's any politician in Nigeria by that name that is being called out. Because in cases like that is where you'll be seeking any newspaper article to show as proof that, okay, yes, this family, they are being targeted. But that's the kind of evidence they're asking for. The kind of evidence they're asking for is that, okay, as anybody mentioned, maybe even a blogger mentioned that, oh, so family, this politician man, oh, is being targeted. There's nothing like that. So this are the kind of evidence that, especially if you call yourself a politician of an opposition party, they want to know. All this information they can easily find, but if whatever you're giving them is not legit, if it's not strong enough, they will not. And that's what they are saying here. So she said that, claiming that there are ongoing violent acts and threats against her family in Nigeria. The family, through their immigration lawyer, submitted an application for permanent residence on humanitarian and compassionate grounds that shows it was received by IRCC on the 3rd of March 2025. But the family claims their deportation date was assigned before they had a chance to have that claim heard. This is really sad. We need to console this family, and as a community, support the daughter. Anyone that is close to them, please feel free to reach out. Let's see how we can support Kylie. So that's what the person on the page is saying here. So let me read your comments. Let me read your comment. Oyade said, okay, I've already read that. Annie Babe says, sis, you're looking beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I finally washed my hair. More, it's not easy when you have natural hair. It is not easy. My hair needs a chop. Vivian said, right. Hello, Sabio. Good evening, sir. Well, hello, sir. How are you? Welcome, Sam. So, Sabio says, so many Nigerians in Canada came to do years but left for Canada because of asylum. I actually know two person very close to me that, that went to, from US, they went to Canada today to go and chop Adru. I think she was on the Adru for about 4 years or so, and she's now gotten a permanent residency. I just said asylum interviews are intense and officers are trained to drill the truth out of you. Now, some are very liberal and will grant the benefit easily. I would have thought that for the fact that they have a sick child, that a member of the family is sick, I would have thought based on that alone, they could have just allowed the family to stay. But almost 10 family members, 10. I don't know how the system works in Canada. Maybe they'll be paying them some sort of support for the family, especially for those who are underage. But in the UK alone, a child below the age of 18, it depends on the income of the family anyway, but they'll be getting some sort of support. So maybe it's that support that the Canadian government are running from. That's 10. She has 6 children of her own, biological children, and 3 stepchildren. That's 9, including the mother. That's 10 of them. Yes, she's working. And I think there's a lady, the one that was talking earlier, I think she's an adult, possibly working as well. But still, do you want to imagine the amount of support that they will need to give to this family? Vivian said, I don't think she should stay alone. What if the hospital uses the girl for medical research without the parents' consent? That's the thing. I don't support leaving the girl behind. But as a parent, I don't think I want to send my other children back to Africa. And I wouldn't want to leave my other child. So the mother is the one who is in between now. She's going to be torn in between. What child should I leave or should I go with? I think in this way, they could obviously look into the humanitarian grounds based on the medical condition of that child and allow the family stay. But what do I know? Not be me. What's my own? I don't sabi anything. I'm just saying. Sabio said just joined. I don't know about this specific family, so I'm listening and understand. Okay, let me play the video again, sir. So you have you have contents. Let me play the video again. Where's the video? Let me play the video again.
This is a day this Ontario family says is the worst day of their lives.
I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
Through tears and heartbreak, trying to find the strength to pack up everything they own because this day is their last in Canada. They're set to be deported Sunday.
I never, ever dream this can come.
Taiwo Fayemi and her 9 children, 6 biological and 3 stepchildren, are from Nigeria, a country plagued by violence. They crossed the border from the U.S. to Canada 3 years ago, seeking asylum, after she says her husband was kidnapped, targeted because he's a politician.
So they've been in Canada for 3 years. Why did it take them so long to file the asylum claim? Because normally, if you want to come across as genuine, you should have Kawasoke. Instantly, the moment you enter, that is when you should have declared yourself. So they've only just made the asylum claim, according to that post I read, in March of this year. So what have they been doing since 3 years ago when they arrived? Because for your case to be found genuine, or at least that you are not about to hide, you should have made yourself known the moment you entered into Canada. So what took them that long to file an asylum claim? I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's just like in the UK. The UK will say that it's the country that you entered into if you intend to come and claim asylum. So I've seen cases, like I said, I'm an interpreter. I translate English to Yoruba, English to Pidgin English, and I've attended a lot of asylum claims, interviews where I'm translating. I've seen cases of where the people claiming asylum said they brought them all the way from Nigeria to Germany. And they were in Germany for 4 years doing a Ashewo work. And then from when they were in Germany from doing Ashewo work, another client carried them from Germany come UK. So they will have, so doing most of the asylum claim, they will ask them, okay, while you were in Germany, why did you claim asylum while you're in Germany? So they expect you to claim asylum from the first country you step foot into. So most of them, they arrived into Germany. Some of the ones, this is citing an example of the cases I've seen. So you came into Germany, you were in Germany for 4 years. They will ask you, why did you not claim asylum while you were in Germany? Some of them will say, because anytime they go to do the Olosho work, the people will follow them. They are not allowed out, blah, 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 all of this kind of thing. And some of them will even claim allegedly that some of the Olopa there are even carrying them as customer. So they will always say that it is the first country you step foot in that you should put in your asylum claim. If you now leave that country before they finalize your claim to go to another country, it's a different case. At least they will know you are coming from somewhere. And if they ever have to deport you, it is that country you came in from that they will deport you back to. Rather than deport you back to Nigeria, they will deport you back to Germany because they believe that you are the beginning of Germany. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. So why did it take them that long to file the asylum claim? Guys, I've been through the asylum system. I know. And I'm still translating for people who are still claiming asylum in Scotland. Yes, I was still doing interpreting for 2 people last week. They just arrived. But me, I know that they did not just arrive. I know they've either been in UK for some time or they've been in one certain European country and they've just crossed over. You could tell when people just arrived, right? But me, I knew. But what's my own business? Not be my own to tell them or to tell whoever is translating, whoever their lawyer is. It is not my business. So what took them that long? What took them that long to file the asylum claim? That's what I don't understand. But let's keep listening.
For the country's opposition party.
Luckily, he managed to escape later, but because of the situation, the family who was vacationing in the United States in that time could not ever go back to their home.
Taiwo began her career in Canada as a personal support worker. Her kids started building their lives here in Fort Erie, Ontario. In that time, they say Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada rejected their refugee claim, stating there wasn't enough evidence to support they would be in danger back home. The family says they've applied to stay on humanitarian grounds, but are still being deported before their application is heard. Part of the family's claim is that one of the stepdaughters is battling leukemia in a hospital in Windsor, Ontario, and needs her family's help.
One of us has to stay, but they're not letting anybody stay to be able to donate their bone marrow for her.
IRCC has not responded to CTV News for comment. For this family, though, any response might be too little too late. already saying goodbye to their friends that became like family, not knowing what life-threatening dangers they could face.
Everything bad. I feel so terrified.
When they have to fly back home and leave their new Canadian community behind. Kamal Karamali, CTV News.
So you guys heard the story there. So Joe Uju said it depends on the person in charge of the application. If it's a conservative, I don't think that matters. There are criteria, either conservative or not. I don't think that matters. There are criteria to these cases. I don't think it's got to do with whoever is in charge of the case. I don't think so. But then again, like I said, it took them 2.5 years to file an asylum claim. So on what kind of visa have they been living on for that 2.5 years? How have they been living? Yes, the lady was working. How have they been working? How have they been living? How do they have some sort of visa that allowed them stay in Canada up until when they realize that, oh, come, if we don't cover us, okay, things will be difficult. I felt that one of the mistakes they made was not filing their claim as soon as they entered Canada. The people that I know that went to Canada, now instantly, immediately they entered, at the port of entry, that was where they covered, okay. It was at the port of entry. Immediately they entered, they already told them where they were going to go. That was where they found, they started asking around. It was one of their local that was patrolling that took them to where they were going to go at Kawasaki. So I think one of the mistakes they made was waiting till that time, till March of this year to file asylum claim when you've been in Canada for over 3 years. So I think that was a mistake they made, because if you were actually really, really in danger of your life, if you were really, really in danger, nothing would have stopped you from putting your hands straight away and saying, you know what, people, we are here. This is what happened. This is what happened. But 2.5 years later, I think that's one of the errors they made. When I just said that's part of the problem right there, filing to exactly. And Vivian said 10 family members is a lot. They should have taken a few kids and once granted their asylum, bring the rest like the Asians in the UK do. But then again, it's easier said than done. Exactly. Sister Yinka, hello, Sister Yinka. Welcome, everybody. I see you. Sister Yinka said 10 family members is a lot. Is a lot. Is a lot. That Chucky said the media, the way they portray Nigeria with violence like we are in a civil war story. Exactly. That was why I said again, that story is not going to work. Because if truly the husband, their father, is a political leader of an opposition party and they are really, really after him, there will be newspaper, there will be news everywhere saying, oh, so opposition leader is being targeted. You know, the way they bombard Peter Obi, you know how the mockery will come for Peter Obi. You know how people will not come and be lambasting Peter Obi. Now, if God forbid, if anything happens, Peter Obi flee Nigeria or Peter Obi's family flee, they will not second guess the reason why Peter Obi's family is leaving. Because there are enough article news to say, this is what this person faced, this is what this person faced. But in terms of this family, what is there out there to show that, yes, this family is actually running? In a way, they still see Nigeria as a relatively safe country. Yes, they still do, because we don't have WAR every day. We don't have BOMB throwing every day. Even though there is unrest in some certain parts of Nigeria, they still firmly believe that some areas in Nigeria is safer than anywhere else. That's why, if you are a Nigerian and you come into the UK to claim asylum, if you tell them that there is war in Lagos, they will tell you, why not go to Ogun State? Did you not try Ogun State? If you tell them that Ogun State also there's war, they will say, why don't you go to Kwara? Or why don't you go to northern parts? These are some of the questions I was asked during my own time. They were like, okay, if you're not safe in Ogun State, why didn't you go to Abuja? Why didn't you go to Benue? They say, why don't you go to other parts of Nigeria? Why decide to leave or come out of Nigeria straight away? That is where they will expect you to give them the reason that, yes, you are really, really fearful for your life. So in the case of this family, I don't think they have such. So, hello, Cindy, I see you. Sabio said, that's MO5 now. Wow, 9 children, and after everything work now, our husband, who is ideal, will come out. Exactly. Why did they not file in the US? Because they know, say US, no send. Somebody in the comment section also, some people said they could have filed in the US. But then people were like, oh, ICE. But then, 2023, ICE was not active the way it is now. Donald Trump never became president of the United States then. Maybe they could have had a better chance if they've applied in the US, because Trump was not in power then. So maybe they could have done so in the US. Vivian said asylum must be claimed at the first point of entry, different for traffic victims. Absolutely right. Hence why I said that some of the people that I've seen that have translated for, who say that they were brought in from Nigeria to go and do a share work in Germany, and then one way or the other their madam sold them to another client in the UK. It was while that their new client brought them to the UK that they found a way to run And when they ran, some of them find their way to enter Scotland because they hear that Scotland is easy. So some of the stories that I've seen that I've interpreted, well, that is their line. They claim that they were trafficked. So in their own case, they wouldn't have taken it hard on them much. But if you entered, like you did not Kawasaki from the airport, and you came into the country, you stayed 3 years. After 3 years, you're like, life is too hard. Let me go and chop and through. Omo, you're on a long thing. You're on a long thing. LCC, how are you? Um, Vivian is replying to saying Canadian government aren't wanting to pay for the family of 10. Sad for the poor child. Exactly. As it is now, they are saying that they don't want anybody to stay. And I would imagine that that child is probably going to belong to the Canadian government. They'll probably maybe be adopted or be placed in the care system. Just like here in the UK, a child who has no family, that child is going to be the child of the system, of the government or something. There's something they call maybe child of the world or something. I don't know what they call them. Sister said, oh wow, where is Misty? She can give legal perspective. Help us find out. Help us find out. But as it is now, we don't know if this family are still in Canada, because if we are going by this news, it says that Sunday was when they were going to be deported, which was yesterday. So I don't know if that's happened or not. So like I said, they filed their asylum claim a little bit too late. I'm going to drop the link. I'm just going to quickly read your comment, and then I'll drop the link in the comment section if anybody want to phone in. We are here for maximum an hour. Abby, don't try and push me to do 2 hours. 1 hour, that's what we are here. Onyade said, in America, stylers get a whole lot of stuff. Sabio said, hey, a sick child, I feel sad for them. Exactly. You'll have thought that they would have given them at least humanitarian leave, so that they'll be renewing visa every 3 years or every something, but they are saying no. Joe said it does. I know why I'm saying this. Cannot post it. Minding my business. Okay, we understand. No worries. Sabio said, stories like this are why Canadians are angry, because all they are saying is 10 family members. Exactly. And don't get me wrong. I think they said the woman was working, that she started the career, she was working, blah, blah, blah. But still, 10. That's a whole lot. And a child who has constantly been out of hospital. You guys know what that is. Shanghai, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I'm thinking that they filed the original asylum claim based on the political persecution route, and when that failed, they tried to claim on humanitarian grounds in 2025 due to the daughter. Possibly. Biba says, sorry, I missed that. Did they just file or they filed since? But from the story we've heard, from what I read on that post, they said they filed in March of 2025. I will show you guys later on that post. Let me remove this one. It says here, I hope you guys can see from the screen. It says here that they filed the application that they received by the RCC on the 3rd of March 2025. So nothing was said if they filed before. Maybe they made the application together. You know what? In asylum cases, I'm not an immigration lawyer, so don't quote me. In asylum cases, every stage of the process, every stage of the application, or the application has multiple stages. You put in your first claim, they might refuse you, and then based on whatever the refusal is, the lawyer will act on that and put in another, appeal, saying that, okay, based on the response, we are appealing with so information. So if they receive that, the court might say, oh no, there's no substantial evidence. So there's multiple stages to the asylum claim. At least when I was in the process of asylum, I think my case was appealed about 3 times. I think I went to court twice, and it was after the 3rd appeal. They kind of like left me for about a year, and that was because I was pregnant with my second son. They left me for like a year. It was not until after I had my son, 7 days after I had my son, after not having heard anything from them for like a year. It was 7 days after I had my son, I suddenly received a phone call asking me to bring passport photographs, take it to the home office, bring the birth certificate of the baby, and then a week later, they sent all of our documentation home. All me and the kids, they sent everything home. So, it has stages. But then, if these people mean your case, they can finish your asylum claim in 1 month. I have seen people that came to Chopadro, and they finished their asylum case in 1 month. Meanwhile, you see other people who have been on the asylum process for 5 years. They have not even gone to go and do first interview. Because when you come to the UK to claim asylum, there's something called something called screening interview. Screening interview is more like they want to confirm your nationality, your name, where you originate from. Do you have family member here in the UK? Have you made contact with anybody in the UK? All of those stuff. That's called screening interview. They will ask you if you have any illnesses, if you have any disease, blah blah blah. That's screening interview. After then, they will now give you a list of lawyers that come. Go and find a lawyer for yourself to help you, your case. So they will not disturb you, but then they will be giving you support. And then once you find a lawyer, the lawyer will now be the one to write to the Home Office to say they are the lawyer representing you and that they will be submitting your case. So that's when your lawyer will now book an appointment to take your story, interview you, ask a question, ask if you have evidence, blah, 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 blah. Your lawyer, it depends. Your lawyer could take 4 weeks. Your lawyer could take days to file your case and then forward it to the Home Office. See, once that's been forwarded, that's the second step. It might take Home Office a year to even hear back from them. It might take them 2 days to say, oh, we've seen your case, we will get across. So some people, their case, they will speed it up. In 6 months, they will finish your case. Some people, in 1 month, my own, it took them 4 years. 4 years for them to finalize my own. 4 years. So it's crazy. Guys, please like this live stream, please. I really appreciate it. Onyade said in the US, asylees get a lot of benefits. Well, I don't know about US, obviously, but in the UK, it's changed now. Before, they used to give you money, like cash. Now, they no longer do that anymore. Instead, they give people food vouchers. I've seen cases of people who are still coming to claim asylum. Now, when I came, I was given a 3-bedroom flat with my children, and I was not sharing with anybody. Now, I have seen women who have 1 child or 2 child. They are sharing flats with another African from a different, maybe somebody from Gambia. You see a Ghanaian person and a Gambian sharing a flat. You see a Nigerian woman with 1 child sharing flat with a Zimbabwean person. That is what they do now. Some people, they don't even put them in personal flat like that. They put them in hostels, bed and breakfast. People who are single, either you are a male or a man, either you're a man or a woman, and you are single, you are claiming asylum with no child, they put you in a hostel, bed and breakfast. That's where they put you. And people are complaining that, oh, it's not the right way, blah, blah, blah. That's why there's been a lot of far-right protests in the UK saying that they don't want any asylum seekers, that why are they putting asylum seekers in hotels in the UK, that those are the benefits that people who are even born and bred in the UK, they don't have such opportunity. That why are asylum seekers, why are people who are coming via the boats being given such chance when veterans who have gone to fight war are now homeless in the streets, but people who are arriving through the boats, people who are claiming asylum are being housed in hotels. There's been a lot of protests in the UK in the past 2-3 weeks now. Yeah, in case you don't know. So that talker said, wait, the husband is hiding. We don't know where the husband is, but according to the story of the woman, from what we've heard, it says that the husband obviously is not safe. Allegedly, that's a story that is a politician leader, is a political leader of an opposition party, and that he was kidnapped and targeted, blah 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 blah. That he's obviously running for his life. So what they're telling us that he's also running for his life as well. That's what they are telling us. Joe said so many people are ill-advised. Yes, someone filed without her 2 kids, and as of the time she was approved, she wanted kids, but then it was too late because she was ill-advised. In fact, even there was a time when I started my channel at first, I was going to talk about these things. And then even till tomorrow, a lady contacted me via DM. She said she has 3 children. She's partially disabled and she wants to come into the UK to come and claim asylum. I said, I said, that the money is going to cost you to make applications. The money is going to cost you to get passport, apply for visa. The money is going to cost you to buy tickets. Why don't you put that money together and set up a business for yourself? Because you coming in here, the possibility of you getting your asylum granted is 0 to none. Or what is that? How is it said? This person came back, abused me. The person abused me. Shebi you do it. This person abused me. Since then, I said, bam, 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 bam. I'm not advising anybody. It's always good to, I've always said it here, nobody needs to tell you anything on how to claim asylum. If you go to www.gov.uk, it will tell you on what basis you can claim asylum. And when you are coming to claim asylum, come with your correct evidence. Because anything you say, you want them to be able to check against what they have about that country you are claiming asylum from. I've seen people when there was nothing wrong in Nigeria that they were claiming other countries now. I know somebody who's actually Nigerian who claimed to be a Congo. I've actually lost touch with that lady now. Yeah, she claimed the day I found out that I said, So she can't speak English well, and she can't write English well. So I was helping her complete a job application form. So on the section where they write, they ask nationality, because she they speak English, she they speak Igbo, she they speak this language. I was like, oh, I was about to write Nigeria. She said, no, 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 put Nigeria. Oh, I be Congolese. I said, eh? I just screamed. I said, eh, you be Congolese. No wonder. She's a Nigerian, but she claimed Congolese. End of story. Vivian said, it's obvious the family couldn't prove their dad got exactly kidnapped or whatever. Nigerians, get your stories all out airtight when filling applications in the Obodo. I just feel for the poor girl. Yes, like I said, they have detailed information about every country. So if you come and give them story that do not that that is not that is not in their dossier about that country, the success of your asylum claim is going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Or they said maybe they should have tried their luck in the US. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Maybe if they've tried in the US while they were still there, maybe they would have been lucky. At least Trump was not trumping then. Maybe God could have just been no. Abby said, "Don't worry, M5. I'm tired today." Why are you tired? What did you do? What did you do that you are tired? Joe said, if Vivian is replying, Joe, I'm speaking from the point of UK. When you apply, they ask if you've got children. Yes, they ask. Yes. With that being said, I've done another interpreting job before. This lady came. Obviously, she's one of those who claimed that she got pregnant by a client during her Ashawo job. And doing asylum claim, she said she left a child back home in Nigeria, that it's her mother that is looking after that child. So when I was contacted again to interpret, the lawyer is now in. So this lady now has indefinitely. No, she's not getting indefinitely. She got 5 years leave to remain. New baby. So now, but the last time a lawyer contacted me was in March. So I was translating because they are planning to bring her daughter into Scotland for her. They are in the process because they've sent representatives in Nigeria to go find that child from the address she gave them. So she's in Glasgow. She gave them the contact of the representative of the lawyers or immigration in Nigeria. So they found the family of the girl. They've been communicating back and forth. I won't be surprised if that child is already in the UK now, because like I said, last time the lawyer contacted me to interpret or to translate for this girl's mother in Nigeria was like, how are they going to get passport photographs? What school does the child go? Because they need the school record that the child has been going to school. So they are planning on bringing that child over. So these are some of the things that some people don't know. If they will ask you, do you have other siblings in the UK? Do you have any family related by blood? Do you have any of them in the UK? Do you have them outside of the UK? They will ask you. Some people, if they have in the UK, they will tell them that they don't have. They will tell them they don't have. Even in Nigeria, they will tell them they don't have and that they are just by themselves. You don't know in what way those information could be of benefit to you. That Choke said, let them hire Abby. She will get her inner lingo and win. I get. We don't know if they're still in Canada or we don't know. 90. I'm not doing 90 minutes, 1 hour. Let me drop the link here. So let's take a couple of calls and then we shall call it a day. I'm going to read your comment and then we'll take a couple of calls. How do I even get call? Okay, send it. So guys, I'm going to put it the link in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls. We've got another 12 minutes and then we shall round up. This is my third live stream today. So guys, I've tried. Oyade said asylum is truly based on grace. Grace, and you must come correct. Guys, please like this live stream. There's 82 of you watching. Please, let's take the like to 50. Please, there's 82 watching. Let's take the like to 50. And yes, I was on Anti-Adoni show one time like that. And they were talking about this asylum stuff. And people were like, even ChatGPT will tell you the meaning of adro in English. So those of us that we are still talking about asylum, that we're saying adro, kawasoke. If you enter UK, go and kawasoke. So adro as what's this now? You can't use the word adro anymore because even Oyibo people know the meaning of adro. So if you want to come and kawasoke, come correct. Come correct. If you're coming with anything, come with your evidences. In these cases whereby they're not able to ascertain what you're bringing or what you're saying, like I said, some people that adro case, they fast track it within 6 months. They finish that case. Some people, the same case, you might think that your story is similar to that person's story, and you hear that they've been in asylum for 6 years, and nothing happened to them. But you that you only came in less than a year, they've already finished your case. You'll be wondering. Mm, you'll be wondering. That talking said 90 minutes is never enough for Abby. You won't even know 90 minutes just flew by. I know she Abby can talk for let me not say too much. Abby can talk for the Olympics. I think Abby should enter the Olympic game for people that let me not say too much before she comes for me. Vivian said, Mom, M5 is off work, so let her spend time with. No, I still want my sleep. Now I'm wanting my bed. The link is in the comment section, guys. Let's take a couple of calls and then we'll round up. That target said, well, the family picked the wrong years to apply Asylum. Onyade said, trust me, I am well versed in this area. Okay, they do. In America, until you get your decision, the government is responsible for asylum seekers. Yes, that's true. Same here in the UK. Exactly. They're responsible for asylum seekers until you get your decision. Immediately, the Home Office grants you the permission to stay in the UK. You're on your own, they put you through the process of applying for jobs, for houses, what you're entitled to. If you don't have a job, what you can claim, and that's the job center. I remember when I got mine, they already booked appointment at the job center for me. It was when I got to the job center, they told me, we've already applied for your NI number, which is my social security number, that they've already applied, that I'll be getting that. And that once I get my social security number, every benefit I get for my children, that number is going to be tied with it. Because yes, as at then I had 4 children, that everything me, the children, is going to be tied under my social security number. If I need to find a job, my social security number is what I'm going to use. If I need to know if I have got any issues with my benefits, your security number, your national insurance number, everything. So yeah, they know they put you through that line, and once they are sorted by those people, if you have any issues, you go there. Even when you are actively searching for a job, you have if you have children who are of the age that they're all at school. For me, I was really not pushed to go and get a job because then I think I had about 4. I had about 3 children below the age of 5, so they were not of school age. I only had one which was of school age, so they were not pushing me to go work because ideally your last child has to be of school age. Once your last child is of school age, if all of your children don't enter school, you're expected to go and get a job. They will expect you to go to the job center, go and be searching for a job. So for me then, I was not really pushed to go find a job, but I went searching for a job. I did not wait till all of my children went to school. Immediately they were of age, I can drop them at nursery. I started uni, college, and I started finding. I started the job. I started working. So when you said that the government is responsible for asylum seeker, that's why it's seriously abused. Yeah, it's true. Vivian said M5. You're absolutely right. They are sharing with their kids. Conflicts often happens in these situations as well. Yes, so in fact, I heard stories every day here in Glasgow. People that are fighting, all those Congolese and Ghanaian and Zimbabweans, no be small thing. In fact, I met a lady about 3 days ago. She was just wondering about. Obviously, I saw her. I felt like she very beautiful, dark ebony skin. I was like, "Sis, are you all right?" She was like, she just had to leave because she was sharing accommodation with a Gambian lady. I know the way she cook, and then she plays this music, and she's struggling. I felt so bad for her, and she's quite young as well. But what can I do? I just said to her that we're trying to report to your housing officer or to your housing association or to your asylum. They used to have like a care they often have like an officer, like somebody, if they needed something, that is the person they will call. I said, try and speak to your so person. And she said she's already filed a complaint, but obviously that's the way it is now. And she's even lucky because she does not have a child, but she was given a flat. Normally as a singleton, when no get picking, now bed and breakfast or hostel, they go and put you. So yeah, the Congolese people, they share, they put them in a flat. So if it's a 3-bedroom flat and you don't have children, they'll put you all in the same flat and you just share. You have a bedroom each and you share kitchen and bathroom. That's what they do now. If it's a woman with one child, you do the same as well. So if there's maybe 3 women, you all have one child each, and you are from different African countries, they'll put you all in the same flat. A child and a mother will share one room. A child and a mother will share one room. So 3 different African continent people in the same flats. One could be Ghanaian, the other one could be Congolese, the other one could be Zimbabwean. That's what they do now. During my time, I was lucky. I did not have to share with anybody. I had a 3-bedroom to myself. I did not have to share with anybody. So that's what they do now. Singles, most especially men. Hostel, that's where they put them. Temi said, I sure say the Congo woman no get passport. I don't know. I don't know. Shangalita, I hope this is I'll say Shanghai. I can't pronounce your name well. I'm sorry. I get that housing is past, but family sharing is it is, and I think I've shared a story once before of a lady that I met. I didn't meet her when she was doing asylum system, doing asylum. So for me, like I said, I do translations. I translate, some Nigerians, when they come to claim asylum, they say they don't understand English, that they can't speak English. Yes, most of the Nigerian people that I've met who claim asylum, they claim that they don't speak English. So I have worked with a lot of lawyers translating, freelance translation. I do that. And yes, it pays a lot of money. So I met her at the children hearing. So what happened was that she was claiming asylum, and this was about maybe 5 years ago. She was claiming asylum, and she happens to be sharing a flat with two other women who also have one child each. So she has a son, and as at then, I think her son was about 2 years old. So I think obviously the stress of her asylum claim that they might detain her. And yes, asylum, if your case is not going well, if you do anyhow, they will detain you, send you to detention center. They were doing that a lot. So obviously she was stressed, and she contacted her social worker to say no, she's not feeling too well, and she's been admitted to hospital twice. So the third time she was admitted to the hospital, they admitted her, and they told her that there's no way she's going to be allowed to keep her son in the hospital. So it was the hospital who called the people, the asylum team who are in charge of her case, who called them. So they are more or less like, I'll just refer to them as a case worker. So if she needed anything, maybe she needed, if there's a problem with her house, those are the people she will call. So it was the hospital that now contacted her and said, you know what, see this lady, she's been admitted a few times. I think they think her case is like mental health issue, that her son is in hospital and there's no way she could be in hospital and her son would be there. They needed somebody to take her son. In fact, she was the one who actually gave the hospital the go ahead to contact them. So obviously you will have thought that she won best for her child, right? So she did that. She was in hospital, I think, on and off for about 2 weeks, and then she was discharged. And then she asked, can I get my son back? It turned to a fat no. So they went back and forth saying that she was not mentally stable, that it was because she was not mentally stable that she was admitted. And she was like, come, how was she not mentally stable? She was not sectioned. She was just going through a lot, blah, 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 blah. You can't believe that this woman was going back and forth in the children's court for 3 years. They were not going to give her that child. So they will arrange for times for her to meet the child, maybe once every Saturday, and then either in a library, and then she will bring food. It now got to a stage whereby I will go, guys, I will be there and I will cry silently inside of me, because I could tell that boy is so young, and you could see how distant he was starting to feel away from his mom, a 2-year-old boy. And by this time, it's been going on for like almost 3 to 6 months that he's been away from his mom, and his mom has been trying to get him back. So there was back and forth, back and forth. I know she's fine now. Can I have my son back? No. And yes, they were starting to say that at some point they would say anytime the boy meets his mom, the boy will wet the bed. So he was placed with a all these foster parents. The boy was placed with a foster family. So they will say that, oh, they don't think it's enough for the boy to be seeing his mom, because anytime he sees his mom, the following day he would wet the bed. And me, I'll be thinking in my head, because as for me, I'm not allowed my opinion. And my own is to translate whatever they say it in Yoruba to her. Whatever she wants to say it back in English to them. I am not allowed to hear my opinion at such meeting. And I'll be shaking my head, because I know that what they were doing was wrong. So they were like, and I'll be like, wow, what do you guys, I'll be thinking in my head, what do you mean that she should not see her son? That at the end of the day, she was the one who asked that her son be looked after. Back and forth, back and forth. The final straw was that this adoptive pay, this what are they called now? They move a motion to adopt that boy. My head did bang 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 bang. My head was like, adopt waiting. This boy has a mother. Why do you want to adopt her son? The foster parents made a move to adopt that boy. But I think I saw the lady about a year and a half ago. She got her son back. I don't know how, but she got that boy back. You can imagine a journey of almost 4 years. She got that boy back when he started school. So the boy was about 2 years old, which meant that he was with the foster parent for almost 3 years. That was what they did. So it's that sharing of accommodation is costing a lot. So this lady now, she does photography. Now, in fact, I was like, when I was going to do some products, when I wanted to take a photo of my products that I sell, I was going to contact her because I found out that that's what she does. But I've kind of like lost touch with her now. Maybe I can find her on Facebook so that she can help me take a picture of my products. But she did well for herself. I saw, like I said, I think I saw her about a year and a half ago at a party. I was super happy, and I had to ask her, "How is your son?" She was like, I got him back. I got him back. I was super happy for her. Super happy for her. So these are the things that these things causes. But hey ho, who are we? Sayinka said, and we say how we are all living Abby real farms. Those ones, nobody can enter them. Oh. Vivian said, yes, cause if you say you don't have kids, you can't come back and tell them you have kids. Yes, you want to bring to UK. True. Be honest in your application. Absolutely. Guys, please thumbs up this video for me. I really appreciate it. Shanghai said there are a lot of bad agents advising people to go to countries on visiting visas and then claim adro and can't get their story straight. True, there's a lot, actually, a lot. Like I said, just after the third lockdown, I did interpretation for 4 different Nigerians who came to claim asylum. One of them got her asylum claim accepted within 6 months, and I am not going to say what story she used. I am not, because that story worked. In 6 months, her asylum claim was granted, and in fact, she will collect compensation. I think somebody mentioned that kind of talk in the comments earlier. If you can scroll by, you'll see it there. She will, based on the story she gave, the UK government will have to pay her compensation because it was a crime that was committed against her. Yes, I'm not going to say it so that it doesn't come across as if I'm telling people no. I don't want to be no. So in a pace of 6 months, her asylum claim was accepted. She was given leave to, in fact, it was leave to remain she was given. Leave to remain she was given. Oyade said that's why I said it's based on grace. Yes. Hello Zeno, how are you? Long time, how are you? Zeno said I disagree. Abby doesn't talk unless she's passionate about. That's what we are saying now. So she should go and represent us in Olympic. That's what we are saying now. We want to what's the word again? Abby should come and represent us, I'm sure we'll look for a topic that Abby is passionate about, and then we will just, boom, Abby, come and represent us. And Vivian said, M5, these are you. I'm not reading the person's comment. Though. I was expecting that person to come, and yes, Omwale. Speak of the devil, and then Ogbori Wale. Let me read your comment, guys. Since none of you is phoning in, I'm going to round up, okay? Why you dey collect benefits? Olani, why is my mat here by benefits? Yeah, qualify anyone funny. Abi question renewal lo nbere lọ́wọ́ mi. Which kind of dirty question are you asking me? Vivian is replying, I'll be saying, now Caribbean British, the energy way them use troll Afro YouTubers, them know they burn and well to try and fuck. They're not born, they're very polite on their platform, but good. Exactly. This particular one is always here. I don't know what you or she is looking for. I'm gonna read your comments, guys, and then we'll round up. So this family, I don't know, they've probably been deported now. I don't know, but like I said in the comments, people were like, oh, they should be nice to them. Like, I really empathize with them, especially for the fact that they have that lady, the other child who has issue of the blood. I think if nothing at all, they should the Canadian government should allow the family stay, because I don't know if they are rich. I don't know, because such child with such medical health in Nigeria, I don't think they'll be able to afford it. And it seems they're allowing that child to stay while the other family leaves. I don't think, as a parent, I don't think I would want to leave my child, and I don't think it's safe either, wanting to live with her to Nigeria. So I wish them all the best. But yes, at the end of the day, hey, Papi is in the house. Hello, Papi. Welcome, sir. How are you, sir? I don't think it's safe to to return that child back. But like I said, it took them a while. Yes, so that Chucky had to go rogue on Mwale. Now their type, they use their left hand to describe their papa's house. So yeah, it's so sad that this happened to this family. And yes, I know Nigeria is not in the best. Nigeria is not the best that it is right now. And in as much as I come out here, I still call out, I call out what is happening. I call out our government. And even though there's this current talk of what's it called, genocide of Christians in Nigeria, and Nigerians are saying no. Christian Association of Nigeria says that the US they lie. So who wants to save Nigeria from Nigerians? I don't know. And then in other words, Baba Tinubu's son clocked 40, and they want to distribute Bible. Onyade, I don't know if that one is particularly ours, but it says that she has 6 biological children of her own, and no, it's one of the stepchild. It's one of the stepchildren. So our own child is not the one with the illness. So the one who has leukemia is one of the stepchildren. Yeah, it's one of the stepchildren. So, like I said, Nigeria is not really the best at the moment. It's not, and I don't think any Nigerian is ready to die for Nigeria. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody wants to die for Nigeria. I was thinking that what happened in Nepalese or in Nepal, that maybe Nigerians would, but no Nigerian wants to die. No Nigerian wants to cry for anybody. Guys, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls. If not, we'll round up. Nigeria is not it's not the best, and I'm super disgusted at the Nigerian pastor who claimed that Nigeria is the best country to live in the world. I don't know what evidence he has for him to utter such that Nigeria is the best country in the world. I don't know what planet that Baba is from, or I don't know what planet the Holy Spirit is rotating him from. I'm sorry. I think Baba, anytime Baba wants to talk about stuff like that, they should collect the mic from Baba, because Baba is losing it. Yeah, Baba is losing it. Nobody in their right senses living in Nigeria would tell me that Nigeria is the best country in the world to live in. Like, make it make sense. How? Baba Tinubu's son turned 40 and is freaking want to share Bibles? He's a freaking Muslim and he wants to share Bibles? The joke is on us. The freaking joke is on us. And yes, as Nigerians, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. Let me read your comment. Nigerians, yes, we're not doing anything. It's crazy. It's crazy that is happening. And yes, Nigerians are doing what? We are folding our hands to our chest because, like I said, in as much as we are resilient, we like sufferness too much. We like sufferness too much. Okay, I've seen that comment. Oh, today everyone is Sister Natu's bed. Tomorrow, 14th. Okay, I was going to say, Abby, don't confuse us again. Onyade said maybe that's why they are not letting her stay. If the biological mother is alive, they may grant a possibly, maybe because they know that woman is not, possibly. Dachoki said, this law don't understand that. Everyone decides to leave the country. The economy will crumble, and I wish that can happen. We leave the just behind for you, debris. I think I did a live stream a few days ago, or about a week or two ago, where somebody was like assuming all migrants leave the UK for a month. That maybe the Brits will only survive for 3 days. Like, the person talked about what would happen by day 3, what will happen by day 4, day 5. Like, you can now imagine if they now live for a year. They'll be begging. I just can't imagine. Joe said the lawyer that helped with the case didn't help. The first thing they should have done was to evaluate her stories and documentation to back up her claims. Unfortunately, now she's going through this. The thing is, some lawyers can make or break your case. Some lawyers will be the one sourcing for evidence for your case, except only if it's evidently clear that the story now fib, except if the story is not original. That is when the lawyer will not be able to gather and find any information. But if the story is cooked and done, and there's evidence there, now lawyer self will help to find documentation to support, to back up the story. So a lawyer could make or break your case. That's one thing I didn't say there. During my own time, I was the one providing the evidence. I was the one providing newspaper articles, everything. I was the one providing evidence. I was like always in the library. While I was at college, I was always in the library printing stuff. I would carry like this, take to my lawyer's place, and my lawyer would look at me like, where did you get all this from? I'm like, college now. That was Googling. Anything I see, I will print. At some point, I was carrying a bag full of printouts. I would go and drop it at my lawyer's place. At some point, she told me to stop printing stuff. That she gave me her email. Anything I find, I should forward it to her, copy the link and send it to her, that she will open, that she stop printing stuff. So some lawyers can make or break your case. That's one thing. That Charlie said Bible sharing. Yes. So did you guys not see the post? I'm sure somebody dropped it in the backstage that a certain supporters group are sharing Bible. And yes, it's already acknowledged because he said thank you. Sharing 1 million Bible to hunger stricken people on the street in Nigeria. I am not shocked. I just feel like they are just playing us they are just playing us as if we are in a circus. My only baby said she saw it. They are playing us as if we are in a circus. They are playing us like a clown. You know when clowns are in a circus, the way they do that. No, I don't know what they call it. That's how they are playing us. That's what they are playing us. Guys, please like this live stream now. At some point, I had 101 people, and we've not even taken the like to 50. Please, let's take this like to 50. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, please like. When I just said some lawyers use boilerplate templates to fabricate your claim. I've seen that a few times. At some point, I considered going back to study law, but my brain is fried. I can't. I can't. My mom's still asking me tomorrow, when are you going to go back and study law? I say, for where? Which world? Law will not be me and you. Anytime I speak to my mom, law now. I say me, law. No, because stuff like this, I've got a lot of interest in it, but I just can't devote the time. Right now, my attention span is like that. It's that tiny. That's my attention span. That's my attention span. 1 second, guys. I need to get something. Guys, please like the live stream. Oh. So my attention span is that tiny. So yeah. So Annie Babe says she saw the post. I think Instablog posted it. They want to donate 1 million Bibles. It's freaking shocking. Onyade said, according to Sheyi Tinubu, Bible Lokon, and he's a lawyer. His mate, is it Bible that they are sharing? Shame on him. Exactly, sharing Bible to 1 million people in Nigeria. 1 million people that they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. So he's freaking sharing a Bible. And Papi said, we are in a family. Papi, I know Sabit pronounce this English. We are in a family eggy morning. So sad. Please, Abby, help me with that English. Biba, thank you. Puppet show. Like that. At a circus. That is how they are playing Nigerians now. Guys, please like this live stream for me. Please like this live stream. That Chogi said, who advised this clown? I don't know. In fact, when I saw that post, that was the question that came to my head. Who is freaking advising these people? I miss the fact that Baba Tinubu released murderers. Baba Tinubu pardoned murderers, kidnappers. Baba Tinubu pardoned them to be released from prison. Hey, Jehovah, take the wheel of Nigeria. That's exactly Bible sharing. So son is sharing Bible. Baba is releasing prisoners, kidnappers, murderers. Baba is giving them mercy, granting them mercy out of jail. I am shooked. They said, riding unicycle and dangling the national cake in front of our eyes. Exactly. Vivian said, I think the Bible is a stunt to prove Boko people aren't causing mayhem in Nigeria. Have you seen what Khan? Yes, now Khan said it's a lie. What is that Senate saying in the US that whatever about Christian genocide in Nigeria is a lie? I shake my head for Nigeria. They said Nigeria is safe from. Baba said Boko that Nigeria is safe. So Khan said all this news about genocide of Christians in Nigeria that it's a lie. I was like, who is going to save Nigeria from Nigeria? That's my question. Who is going to save Nigeria from Nigeria? Papi said at Dachoki, in a family dynasty like this, the stepmom wanted to build library. The son wants to share Bibles. Mama wants to build library. Refurbished library. Baba released prisoners and son is sharing Bibles. The joke is freaking on us. Gracious, have you used your medication this night? Did you miss your diazepam or your lorazepam? Which of your medication did you miss this night, Gracious? I want to know which of your medication you missed so I can send it to you. Because it seems like they've used your head to do padikpa, or what's that English again? They've swapped your head. Go and meet the person that swapped your head so you can get the freaking F out of here. But if you are missing your diazepam or your lorazepam, let me know. I will provide to you free of charge. The crown said the pardon. Yes, it did. I did a live stream in regards to that this morning, and I was like, I was shocked. I was shocked. Too, I said, okay, sharing Bibles is a political stunt to tone down the Christian. I think that's their response to that. And I've seen people saying that why is the US suddenly interested in Nigeria? That possibly Nigeria, that the US wants something from Nigeria. And I'm like look at what is actually happening now. With the height of insecurity in Nigeria, Baba, people advise Baba to release a kidnapper, a known kingpin kidnapper who pied a son. I'm not saying anything. Why not share bags of rice to each household? Why not share bags of rice? Or why not share bags of gari? Or why not share maybe five tubers of yam? At least that one, they will eat it for maybe 2 days, depending on how many family members they have. You want to share Bible. That church said, why not share? Why not generators to share then to read the Bible? Pashiparo, thank you, Papi. That one that I was talking about, of the 40 Pashiparo. Of the 40 Pashiparo. They have swapped ahead. They have swapped ahead. Lola said, and daughter is round. Yes, that one is going about market, giving people title, Yaloja of something. Madam of the market or something. Like, they're just all over everywhere. They're just all over everywhere. When Buhari was president of Nigeria, how many times did we hear of Buhari's children ruling Nigeria with him? How many times? When Jonathan was president of Nigeria, how many times did we hear that Jonathan's children were doing this, doing that? How many times? I don't even think I ever saw any of Jonathan's children. I don't think I ever saw any of them frolicking about with their father. But this Baba Kudubu's family Nigeria is an enterprise in the president's house. An enterprise. Because I don't understand. And like I said, the annoying thing is the fact that these politicians, they all travel abroad. They travel to the US, they travel to Spain, they travel to all of these places, and they see how politicians run in politics. But no, they chose to continue the way they are because they know they are not accountable to anybody. They know nobody's going to drag them or ask them, why is this? They know nobody's going to ask them. Hence why they keep doing what they are doing. Nobody's going to hold them. What they did in the UK did one minister had to resign because I can't remember the name of the minister now. The minister resigned because maybe said something or so to another fellow, whatever. He had to resign. But Nigeria, for where? Let us talk too much. Oh, baby, you are laughing. I say make her give her, maybe the diazepam she needs, or she wants the diazepam to slow her down a little bit. Or maybe in a proper form, make her inject them quick. Hello, Monica, how are you? Long time. Onyade said, first of all, the US is not interested in Nigeria. For whose benefit under this? Exactly. Now one stupid name inside that comment. The person Sabi or herself. I don't know if that person has commented again, but you were like, hey, you talk too much. Like, I talk too much. It's my freaking channel I do. If I want to be here for 20 hours, I'll be here for 20 hours. Now, me, they pay for my Wi-Fi. But me, I will give you medicine. We go slow you down. We say, go see fronts. That Chucky said, these guys, why don't you use that energy and call in? Exactly. They are cowards. They can't because they know if they come, I will send them to their generation. Papi said, Nigeria is not a family business. I'm sure I have a video where I said it's not a family because the daughters are doing whatever with the Nigerian markets. The son is frolicking everywhere, calling himself a Nigerian youth at age 40. You are not a Nigerian youth at age 40. No, you are old Papa Yogi. At 40, you are old Papa. You are not a youth anymore. You're not a youth anymore. You are Lodger General. That's what they are doing. Nigeria is being run as a family business. That's what they are doing now. They said, soliciting birthday gift ideas. Milk and I not put my name for daily paper. So if you know you want to buy me birthday cake, if you don't want to buy me birthday card, we donate it to this account, Kinikon, to build Nigerian Museum. Does the Nigerian Museum not have a budget for its upkeep every year? Let's not talk too much. That Chucky said M5 Nigeria is can't beat them, join them exactly. You can't beat them, you join them. It don't matter how long you are based abroad. Even at that Abbey will bend small. Me, I've already said that if I want to go to Nigeria, I will not enter politics, so I will go into health sector because I am particular about women and children's health. If I ever find a post, or yes, if I ever find a post in the, maybe if there's anything to do with politics, I don't, because I will be fighting everybody. And in Nigerian politics, you can't be fighting everybody, or else your life, they will just use your life to fry popcorn. They will use your life to fry popcorn if you are fighting everybody. So if I ever want to do anything in Nigeria, even charity based or charity wise, which I'm going to set up at some point. I don't know how soon, but my mind has been leading me to it. Hence why I left this pamphlet on the screen. I'm really interested in women and children's health in Nigeria. So if I ever want to set up anything, or if I ever take a post up in Nigeria, that is where I'm going to be focusing my attention. Anything that's got to do with women's health and children's health, that is what I will most likely I would love to do. And maybe in the near future, if God let God not says it's a dead carcass that is speaking, that is something I would really want to do moving forward on my channel at some point. So which brought me to this poster on my screen here. You guys all know our dear sister Natu. Sister Natu is not is the brain behind this Natu Susie Hope Foundation. And as you all know, October is the breast cancer awareness month. And in case you don't know, I shared my health care last year. I thought I had breast cancer because I found a lump, but thankfully when I underwent check and testing, it was nothing. It was just a cyst. But the thought of finding a lump, that almost stalled my life, because I was like, oh my God, cancer. But thankfully, that was not it. And Abby was my solid rock then. I was, she was like, no, go do this, go do that, go do this. So this foundation is another one close to my heart. So you see this flyer throughout this month in all of my videos. Please, this pamphlet is calling for donations, which allows this foundation to provide some women in Nigeria to help them get ultrasound and mammogram, because some women don't even know that they have cancer. They don't even know if they have a lump, even if it's just to help them get their breast checked to be sure that there's no lump anywhere, because early detection could save some lives, which some women don't do. So if you don't check your boobies often, which I don't know if any Nigerian woman, some maybe in local rural areas, I don't think women actually do that at all. And if at all, if they do, and somebody tells them that, oh, this is what they found, some of them would rather go for herbal medicine when they could get proper care and treatment. But this organization by Sister Nazu Hope Foundation, their aim is to help women get ultrasound, get mammogram. And it says here that a mammogram and ultrasound for each person is about $25, so about 40,000 naira, which is not a lot. That amount of money could actually save lives. Like I said, early detection could save a life. If a breast cancer, if a lump is detected on time and they start medication, trust me, there's at least 50-50 chance that if caught early, that person will survive. And Sister Natsu went on to share how people who are close to her passed away from cancer. So guys, please, the information, there's a bank account, there's a money point account, then no matter how small, even if it's just two people, you're able to donate $50 for two people to get ultrasound and mammogram. Please go support this charity. I really, really appreciate it. There's a Zelle account there as well, a Cash App account. Do what God has put in your mind to support this charity. Like I said, most of my videos throughout this month, I'll briefly talk about this, and I'll put the flyer there so you can support this charity. Like I said, is one very close to my heart, and I believe Abby also has been raising the flag for this organization as well. So I really appreciate it, guys. If you go support this foundation, guys. Okay, I'm gonna read your comment and then we shall round up. And before I round up, also, guys, please go check out my small side business. I've said here, you might have seen all of my posts everywhere. I also have a small side business where I sell scented candles, diffusers. Please shop, buy your Christmas present from me. I've got some beautiful wax melt burner, some room sprays, scented candles. please go support my small side also, because like I said, I must buy a house and I must buy a Range Rover this year. Guys, I really, really appreciate it. Emma Kowo Lelosita, don't take the money that you're supposed to spend inside house. Don't go and spend it outside with somebody else. Please spend it with I hope you understand that. Okay, let's read your comment. Abby said she's already blocked the person. Good. Messi said it's really crazy. Seriously, Tinubu taking so much is a joker. Allegedly, Africa in Trump eyes is a shit. Exactly. I can't forget that word ever. Is a shit hole, as he mentioned in his first year. Do we blame him? No, because it's still the same shit hole he said it is. Abby said that Chucky, any small thing, Ada Abby, I can't drink water and drop cup. Both of you, me, I will not insert myself in between you and that Chucky. Me, Mba, I will just be looking at both of you. Oyade said, rich people in America donate a lot of their money to charity. Exactly. You are right, Oyin. To charity, which may be due to tax break, but at least they are still doing it. Absolutely. Nigeria, nobody, they spend their money and they will even flaunt the money in your face. Nigerian millionaires, they don't care. They don't care. Now they are fighting about a iPhone Pro Max, iPhone 17 Pro Max. One person is selling it for 480,000. One person is selling it for 300,000. One person came out to say, my own is the cheapest, 280,000, blah, 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 blah. And then you see all the people in Nigeria, guys, building all the houses, buying all the flashy cars. But then, we can't say much. Me, I have said what I have to say. So that Turkey is replying that you have the right, but I'm sure they do. The media don't portray much. So Abby has kindly put the emails. So that is the money point account for this charity. If God puts this in your heart to support this charity, like I said, 40,000 naira will help a woman get mammogram and ultrasound. And if it is $50, as God put it in your mind, it will go a long way. To you, it might not be nothing, but to the brain behind this foundation, it will go a long way. And I'm hoping that obviously we'll see how this turns around. We might be able to even extend this to Lagos and other areas as well. Obviously, we need to start from somewhere first. And then once we're able to get as many people on board, we might even be able to extend this to other locations in Nigeria as well. So those of you that have been asking me about, that number 5, give us a charity to support. This is the charity, guys. Please go support, okay? And then the Zelle cash account is on the screen as well. Please screenshot or write it down so you can support, and I really, really appreciate it. And then the cash app is $Suzy Kure. You can, support as always. My kids are in the background. I don't even know why I have this my 6 days off when they are meant to be off for like almost 2 weeks. Like, what kind of holiday? 2 weeks holiday? Like, they just summer holiday. Anyway, Messi said, "Can is part of our problem." See, those ones. Me, I am a Christian, but I am the only one who knows how my personal relationship is with God. I don't necessarily have to belong to a denomination to know God. I go to church because at times it's good to be in the presence of God, but it's not a must. Nowadays, when I see all of the things happening nowadays, I really don't have the mind. I really don't feel like I should go to church because I'm like, because there was a phase in my life that I actually ran to the church, and what I got was not what I expected. So that in a way, but still, I've not let that stop me from going. I've not been to church for almost 3 weeks now. A few of the sisters of my church have been texting me. Yeah, service takes almost 3 hours. It's a long day. I know I shouldn't complain because God has done much more that I should be able to spend more than 3 hours in His presence, right? But hey ho, no God. So I'm reading your comment, guys. Okay, that talking said the account is fine. Abby is dropping the details in. If you want to support, please do. How many people are ready to read the Bible? Ataya. The Zelle account is on the screen there. When they said that 250k iPhone 17 must be a 10. I think they said it's a refurbished. I think it's a iPhone XR that is now being placed in the casing or that has been refurbished into an iPhone 17 Pro, whatever. I don't know what they're talking about, but that's it. If you go onto TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, you see the battles of who is selling it the cheapest. B Lord said his own is 480,000. One guy said his own is 300,000. and Laughing Cow with a nose ring said his own is 280,000, and he has already dropped account number for the WhatsApp contacts that they should come and buy from that person. That why do you want to sell? Like, I was just like, come on, man. Yeah. PayPal, okay, there's PayPal as well. Okay. PayPal is there as well, guys. All of the details are in the comment section, guys. If you God is put it in your heart to support the channel. Onyade said, I've always said Christians and politicians work hand in hand. No be small. You know what? I really don't like talking about church and pastors. I've seen there was a video last time I did where people like, oh, but you attend MFM. What about all the stories that they've been saying about Lukoya? And I'm like, where my own reach is to go to church, sing, dance, hear sermon. After service, I carry my bag, I come my house. That's all my church going is. That is all my church. That is what all my church going is. I have aspired to be a singer, to be a choir, but obviously because I wear makeup. And we know MFM, we don't wear makeup. Me, I wear makeup. I can't even be going to church and be looking like somebody that, nah. So because of that, so I will not come out here and talk about what I don't know nothing about or what I don't have full details about. I'm not going to come here and talk about it. And then we are still talking about pastors and politicians. We saw the massive church that they are building in Nigeria now. They are trying, somebody is a daddy in the Lord is trying to build an ark. And recently, the Hallelujah Challenge people also, they launched a new building, launching all of this massive building. And there are still some people who are sleeping on the streets, who are homeless in Nigeria, who are sleeping under the bridge. And while they are sleeping under the bridge, the government is going there with, who are they called? Olopa police to go and be scattering them. And a pastor is building an ark as a church. Guys, I want to quickly talk to my kids. They are making noise. I was just telling them their noise is entering my ear. So they are building an ark. Do you guys see the massive churches they are building? MFM too has their own on Lagos by the Express. We don't know where they are building theirs. I've never been there. They are building all of these massive churches, and people are still sleeping on the streets. They are sleeping under the bridges of Lagos, of so many places. What is the essence of these churches? Churches that after service, they will lock the church. Like I said, the Hallelujah Challenge, what's his name? He launched a new building. I don't know, maybe that's his all, or maybe that's his personal church. I don't know. They are launching massive big buildings as churches, but people are sleeping on the streets. Only God knows who is actually truly serving him. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that. So let's read your comments. Yes, so iPhone XR in iPhone 17 body case. So it's more or less like maybe they are removing iPhone XR and putting into the casing of people who are mad for iPhone. I'm not a fan of iPhone, so I don't know. People like, so Bill Law said his own is 480,000. And then the guy came out and said, oh, my own is 300,000. It's cheap, blah, blah, blah. And then Laughing Cow with the nose ring came out. No, how can you be selling it for 480,000? I have a pal here in China. It is 280,000. And he said he dropped a WhatsApp number that people should eat that person up, that they will get it for 280,000. Do your own business. Make that person do their own business. Why, I had to hold my tongue not to drop a comment in that comment section because I was going to say something nasty, but I don't want them to come after me. So I just kept my mouth shut. That Chucky said, have you noticed that the pastors are the only ones to make it to church? Yes. True. Oh yeah, they say republished or not. Well, that's it, exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be giving you iPhone XR vibes. Yes, so happy. If you go to his channel, it was casting those people that said he was casting Billord, because Billord was the first video I saw saying that he has it for 480,000. And then he came and said, nah, don't go and pay 480,000. He has somebody in China that is selling it for 280,000. That no, this is the WhatsApp number. Give them a chat and they will sell it to you at 280,000. So it's knocking Billboard for selling it for 480,000. Saying, that market something that is as cheap as that. How do you want to eat that amount of interest or profits on something? Yes, so and people have called him out saying that, you know what, you're advertising. What if Billboard got his own from a different manufacturer? You are getting yours from a different manufacturer. What if they come at different purchase price? So because you get your own at some at a certain price does not mean that you come and say that somebody else's own is too expensive. There are some people who are willing to pay, but then at the end of the day, those of you that are going to go and buy that phone, if they give you pangolo, you're on your own. If they give you aba made, you're on your own. You are on your own, because it is, if you are not buying the original iPhone 17 Pro Max, now aba made you are buying, or Ojuelegba made, or Computer Village made. That's what you're going to get. Katoki said they need to shut down churches. The amount in Lagos. I've said this before. I have said this before. Nigeria has the highest number of churches in every city. Yet we are still in abject poverty. If all the churches in Nigeria have been praying, God should, be answering Nigerian prayers now and making Nigeria a better place. In fact, maybe they should do a consensus and count all the churches in Nigeria, because the amount of churches in Nigeria, is even starting to take over the amount of people living on each street. Yeah, the amount of churches in Nigeria is ridiculous. It is. Abby said, can everyone see M5 has done the 90 minutes already? Oh yeah, let me go and sleep. It's not my bedtime. It's not my bedtime. Right, I'm going to read your comments and I'm going to go, guys. Oh yeah, they said, did you not see Baba Oye that is building an ark? The church that he builds is like the shape of an ark. What's the purpose of the ark? Because of the many floods. I don't know. Oh God, that church said, laughing cow with a nose ring. It wasn't the phone that got me laughing. It's what he found in his hotel room that cracked me up. I actually watched the remainder of his phone on mute because it was annoying me. Oyade is replying now, like the way they sell 2012 Camry that they've changed into a 2025 Lexus ES. I'm surprised the car manufacturers haven't come after them. See, it is Aba made they are going to be getting. That's all. If you're not buying the real thing, you are getting Aba made. That's it. It's Aba made that you are getting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence. Like I said, the main purpose of this live stream, the family involved, I think they've probably left now. They've probably left. I don't know, because that page said if there's anyone who has information for them, but I would imagine that they already left. Sorry about that. I believe they already left Nigeria. I mean, they already left Canada. So I wish them all the best. And for the child, it's just sad. It's just sad. Like, I know if back home was really good, they wouldn't, they wouldn't say they don't want to go back, but it is what it is. And yes, let us, if there's anything we are coming down abroad to do, if you've been asked to do something, please do your own due diligence. Carry out your own research before you put neck. Don't leave whatever that you think is not enough for you in Nigeria. Don't leave it and run here. Come and say you want to come and do Aduro. Don't, please. I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying this. Okay. Don't, if it's something is going, if you are still able to afford 3 square meals a day, don't leave whatever that is giving you that 3 square meals a day in Nigeria and say you want to come. I know people want a second passport, but then just be very, very careful. Just be very, very careful. Anyway, guys, like I said, this is my website. I'm adding products day by day. So feel free to share amongst your friends, your colleagues. Like I said, I've got lots of wax melts, scented candles. I've got some Yankee candle wax melts. I've got some Pen Alligons candles. Yes, Pen Alligons dupe candles I made. And yes, don't go away. Pen Alligons candle, 200 grams is about 50 something pounds. I sell something similar, 220 grams for £22.50. You will get your money worth. come and shop at TMO5 Candle Co. Look at that beautiful wax melt burner, Christmas tree. I've got Christmas tree wax melt burner. I've got gnome. I've got Santa wax melt burner, wax melts, room diffusers, car diffusers. I'm gonna add potpourris as well. I'm going to do scented potpourris and stovetop pourris. So these are going to be advertised closer to when I start putting all of my Christmas stuff. But I'm adding stuff day by day because there's a lot of stuff. And yes, I also do room sprays as well. They are really, really affordable and they smell really, really good. So please go share. And yes, if you want any collaboration or you want to buy or you have a business or you have a company and you want me to make products so that you can gift your staffs, I can do that at affordable price. Or if you want to start business like this, maybe you want to open a boutique and you want to store wax melts, you want to buy at wholesale, DM me. You can reach me on my email, or if there's a story or a topic you would like us to discuss on this channel, feel free to reach me as well. That's my email address as well. And yes, I receive super chat. I received super chat, guys. I'm packing my bags for my trip, and in a way, I'm feeling like, should I even be going for this trip? I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but I am going. So I take paper. I take super chat as well. And yes, if you give me super chats on YouTube, YouTube removes percentages. So if you don't want YouTube to remove percentage, yeah, you can send me PayPal as well. Top up my Costa Coffee pots. I am also on Instagram as that mom of 5, and please also follow my business page, TMO5 Candle Co, on Instagram as well. I showcase some of my product there as well, and I'm also on TikTok as Just Doing Me. I am there, and my business website on the screen. Thank you so much. Abi is dropping everything there for me. Is www.tmo5candleco. When I do my intro and I said, my name is Wemi Mom, that mom of 5, and also known as TMO5 Candle Co. Yes, I'm also known as TMO5 Candle Co because I sell everything scented candle, home fragrances, name it. I do all of that. Have you got Abby scented candle? Abby knows now. Abby knows anytime. Constant supply. Constant supply. Vivian V said, thanks for the stream M5, Mods, Abby, and Zeno. Thanks everyone for it. Thank you so much, Stavi, for being here. I really appreciate you all. With that being said, thanks so much that Chucky, you and Abby, me, I will not come in between both of you. Thank you, Papi, for being here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Onyade. Thank you, Ju. Thank you, everybody. If I missed your name, I'm sorry, but I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are watching, and if you're going to watch this live stream again, feel free to leave your thoughts and opinion as always. We do not know everything. I don't claim to know everything. We learn from other people's experiences, and I'm sure you agree with me. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. Only Ogbo, Logbon, Lafin, Shogbon, it is from other people's knowledge that you learn as well. That is what we do. My beautiful CBs, I beg Abby, let me send invoice to CB because she came late. We are just rounding up CB, okay? We are just rounding up. So Abby will send you invoice for late coming. So we learn obviously from observing other people's. You take what you think is beneficial from other people's thoughts or knowledge, and then you add that together with yours. And like I said, everything that I've said here, you don't necessarily have to agree with me. You don't necessarily have to agree with me, but you can obviously take a little bit away, think about it, and if it's of benefit to you, fine. If not, drop it in the trash can. With that being said, thanks so much, guys, and I will see you all later. All right, and yeah, have an amazing evening, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, it's past my bedtime. I need to go to bed. Good night, everybody.